5 is at 3:20. It's the Amelia Park Handicap over 1,400 metres. The horse in the circle of this replay is number 1, Zuccaros, finishing 4th in the listed Miss Andretti Stakes at Ascot on January 13.
Home straight though, and now he releases the break on Caipirinha at the 250, and he went to work. Caipirinha led 2 lengths. Here comes Dainty Test down the outside at the 150. Caipirinha's the leader. Dainty Test, she's making a massive effort to run her down, but she won't, and Caipirinha's too good. Caipirinha scored by a long neck to Dainty Test. It's a
We'll be keeping an eye to see if there's any race day pattern, as this bloke will get back and run on, as we saw in that replay. I thought he hit the line really nicely over the 1,100 metres. He ticks a lot of boxes coming into this race. The Durant stable is flying. Brodie Kirby is flying. And his 3 kilo claim sees the 1, Zuccaros, carry the 58 kilos. He's the top selection from the 2, Django, who was, poor in the Mandurah Cup at Pinjarra with what appears to be no real excuses. He may not have handled the firm going, just not too sure what happened that day. His run in the Scahill Stakes at this track over this distance 2 starts back was a ripper, and if he can find that form, he will be very, very hard to hold out. The 7, Classical Prince, did a lot of work to cross and sit outside the leader in the Mandurah Cup, and I thought ran home really well to finish just a short neck off the eventual winner, Red Publisher. He is primed now, 4th up into this event, and it has been a huge preparation for my 4th selection, which is the 4, Wrinkly, who was yet again his brave self in the Mandurah Cup before finishing a 2nd to Red Publisher. He is back to his home base here at Ascot, a track where he has won or been placed in 9 of his 11 career starts. The top selection, however, at present for race 5 is the 1, Zuccaros, from the 2, Django, the 7, Classical Prince, and the 4, Wrinkly. Race number 6 is at 4 o'clock. It's the JJ and Sons Handicap over 1,600 metres. The replay horse is number 10, Romello, finishing 5th in a recent trial at Larkhill.
Straight, looking for room to zoom. Romello back to the inside. There is Cassowary Street. Elsa's Try being scrubbed along and right off the track and trying to wind up as It's That Simple. 200 to go. Racing up to the top now. Burger Time's covered extra ground, more ground than the rest of the runners. It leads now and draws clear by 2. Second place, we have Freedom by Choice, but nice run by Burger Time. It comes away, and Burger Time, with the ears going back and forth, wins.
I'm opening myself up to criticism here because I'm playing it safe with the Cerise and White. He's just cruised in both of his lead-up trials, and his first-up record's not great, but you just know that William Pike is going to give him every chance from barrier number 4. The 6, Juicing Carrots, is the second pick. He was wide without cover for most of the Perth Cup and rightly faded. Back to the mile here, but his second placing to First Affair over the 1,800 metres in a pretty strong 72 grade race 3 starts back was full of promise, and I think this is a relatively soft 66 grade race, so the 6, Juicing Carrots, can have an impact. The 3, Push to Pass, was every bit as good as Missile Launch over the final 600 metres last start at Pinjarra. In fact, ran second to Missile Launch on that occasion. Just draws a little awkwardly in this upcoming event. And the 4, Capricorn Dancer, well, she put her rivals to the sword in an easier class of race at the midweek's last start and can flash home again late here in race 6, which starts with the 10, Romello, from the 6, Juicing Carrots, the 3, Push to Pass, and the 4, Capricorn Dancer. Race number 7 is another 1,100 metre event. It is the Merriwell Handicap with a start time of 4:35. The Vision horse heading into this race is number 7, Vandemonian, finishing 5th at Ascot on January 13.
Back on the inside, Copper Fury in the straight. Hoboken led. Man Time coming at it though. Man Time on the outside reaches the lead at the 200. Belter Mighty Blonde coming down the outside. Secret Assault getting a run through, and likewise Copper Fury. Man Time tackled by Belter, and now Copper Fury. Copper Fury angling through on the inside reaches the lead. It's Copper Fury. Copper Fury.
Vandemonian sure did finish well, but he was asleep in the gates. Peter Nucky rides for Chris Gangemi, and from barrier 4 here, I just hope Pete can get him out all right and put him in a reasonable enough spot. The 4 Man Time is the second selection. No worries about this boy pinging the lids. He does so more often than not. He was also in the replay that we just witnessed. He crossed from a wide gate and had to do some work, and he's going to have to do the exact same thing here as a run of horror barriers continues. He's just having no luck whatsoever with the barrier gods. Chris Parnham is back aboard for the suspended Jared Noske. The 12 Bon Voyage is an interesting runner here in the Cerise and White. He is the third selection. Bob Peters has promoted this 3-year-old who's a full brother to Regal Moon from maiden company up to a 62 grade event. It must be said though, it was a fair win in that maiden at Bunbury, and I tend to trust what Bob does, so I think the 12 can be thereabouts when the whips are cracking. And the one prize catch resumes here. This fella is the 4th pick. He is trained by Lindsay Smith, Taylor Stone claims, and he jumps from the inside gate, from an inside gate I should say. And interestingly enough, he was a winner first up over 1,000 metres last preparation. This is race 7, it's over 1,100 metres. The top pick is the 7 Vandemonium from the 4 Man Time, the 12 Bon Voyage and the 1 prize catch. Race number 8 is at 5:15. It's over 1,100 metres and it is the Corinne Magumi handicap. You can tell I don't drink much beer as I am unsure of the pronunciation, but it is the lucky last of the day, and the replay horse is number 5, G-Boss. Apologies to those that were on this day, but we are checking in on the horror show that was at Pinjarra on January 6.
In traffic behind them. Bell's trying to get clear there. She's back behind the wheels of Secret Assault. Can't get through. Secret Assault, yeah, Darty. Still no run there. Got chopped out again is G-Boss with 100 left to go. Yeah, Darty's got through. Yeah, Darty sprints through in the middle. Grabs the lead. G-Boss gets out. A moral beaten. Yeah, Darty.
Plenty of tears were shed that day. As for this Saturday, Chris Parnham replaces Fiona Bell in the saddle. From a good gate, dare I say it, only bad luck gets him beaten. He is the top selection in the last race from the 8 Sweet Aura, who was in that replay and was a bit plain for mine when 3 lengths from the winner. Go 2 starts back to her first up run. I thought that was full of quality behind G-Boss here at Ascot. She can bounce back. The 10 Cognac was not really given every possible chance to win behind Street Fury last start. Craig Staples rides here in place of Kate Fitzgerald, also from a nice alley. And the 12, top of the class, was again at the back of the field and running home a late last start behind Helms Gate. And she has each way claims in race number 8, which should be won by the 5 G-Boss, all things going well. From the 8 Sweet Aura, the 10 Cognac and the 12 top of the class. On to my 2 best bets for the program, and I am super keen on both. They are race 4, number 2, Royal Command, and race 8, number 5, G-Boss. That is it for this edition of The Box Seat. Here's to winning wages throughout the day at Ascot on Saturday.